Hey YouTube, I think I am going to make some pizza. I'm gonna make some pizza tonight, so that's gonna be good. And here's my character on Fusion Fall. Her name is Sassy Subhero. She's awesome. I was gonna do a standard vlog today, but I decided against it, though I am kind of vlogging, sort of. But I am doing a transition update right now. Right away, right off the bat, just for you. And I'm not going to do a standard vlog. Like on Saturdays, I'm no longer going to do a regular vlog. Unless something cool is happening, then I'll do it. But on Saturdays from now on, since none of you gave me any feedback on that, really. So I am going to just start doing a transition update on Saturday, and you guys will get it on Sunday. And there's going to no longer be part of my day in it, so it's just going to be standard transition update, which it's good to just blow off, and that'll give me kind of a relaxation day where I can just talk about, you know, what's going on. It's not just going to be a transition update. It's also, I think, just a summation of my week. But I know I'm just going to keep it called a transition update, though. So, yes, be prepared for more and stuff. Alright, so there's a lot to talk about. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, I guess I've had some complaints from family and friends that I shouldn't be spinning around so much, which I'm going to try not to do anymore. If anything, I'll try to walk a little bit slower, and I'm actually going to do something with my voice too, because I've been, sorry I'm spinning, but I've been, with my voice, I guess unconsciously, when there's other people here that I usually, I guess I fall into a lower range of my voice. So it's more of the lower male range. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to stay up here. And if you've never messed with your voice, there's an upper and a lower range. And I've done a little bit of showing you how low I can go, but I'm gonna try to stay in the higher range from now on when talking to people. And hopefully I'm gonna tell Justin, I'm gonna ask him if he catches me doing it, going up really low. I'm gonna see if he'll call me on it, because I really need to do that. And I find myself, when I get angry, I go in the lower tones as well. And I mean low. I mean real low. And I don't know. Oh, and I have something else to talk to you about in a sec. Alright, so but our neighbor from next door came over today, and she did not know who I was. I hadn't talked to her in a while, and she only knew me as boy name, and she didn't know who I was, so she introduced herself to me. I kind of just like paused up like, what am I supposed to do right now? So I didn't say anything, and she continued on what she was doing when she came. For her reason for coming over, she was picking up some posters. So, but yeah, I stopped, and I was a little bit jumbled by that. So I was like, wait a minute, she doesn't know I'm trans, so she's like trying to introduce herself, and I ignored her, trying to think I'm an ass. Dang it. That kind of bugs me that I paused up, or didn't really, get into it and say something, but I really wasn't sure what to say, I mean, I've known her for a while, but she doesn't know me with boobs or with a bra on. So yeah, it's a little bit hard to say something to her about it. I don't know. just out of nowhere, out yourself to someone. I have difficulty with that, and I don't like it. I don't like that I have difficulty with that, but I don't know. It's a stealth thing, I think. I don't know. Because I just want, to be perceived as a normal woman, and I feel I'm a normal woman, but, with extra appendages in places I wish I hadn't had them. Yeah, I'm cold as ice. I've never really discussed the implications of being stealth, or whether or not I want to be stealth or not, which I don't know. I guess if I had the chance, I would be, and just tell people that, I'm a normal woman just with no, that had a hysterectomy or something like that. But, I mean, you can be fine on that, but I think I'm a little bit too tall. My shoulders are a little too broad. My hands are a little too big. I think eventually people would see through it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I know you guys just see my face all the time. You probably want me to shut my face. I've been so addicted to that line lately. Shut your face. Alright, I've had enough playing around with things. Let's get into what happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Because it has been that long since I've done a transition update. So, what happened is my brother came from Arizona to here, and he brought his kids. Actually, he brought all 4 of the kids that he and his girlfriend they have together, and he brought them all, and we all went to the beach. We had a lot of fun. We had a nice party at the house. And they went camping. That seemed like it would have been fun to do, but they went for three nights. So I wouldn't have been able to vlog those 3 nights. I wouldn't have been able to upload the vlog for 3 nights. So that kind of would disturb me a little bit, because I'd like to update every single day and put something up. So if I'm going to like the woods or something, I'm going to need to go to like a cabin or something with internet because I feel that I am bound by doing this. Just that because I'm doing this, I feel that I need to have internet around me wherever I go. I think that's pretty awesome that I'm like connected. I don't know. Also, I need to talk about something, because within the last 3 weeks or so, I have been very, very disconnected from life, from everything. I felt very disconnected. I felt very very disappointed in myself. It's been really hard. It's hard to deal with things like that, and I want to feel better about myself, and I think I'm building up to it again, because I looked at some of my older videos and I was pretty happy doing this. I mean, I think the problem was I was taking on too much at once. I was doing my vlogs. I was actually doing these regular daily vlogs, plus I was doing extra vlogs, just for trying to do extra vlogs for fun. Plus I was doing exercise every single day of the week. It was tough, I have to tell you. I was going crazy, and I had to stop. So I'm bringing everything down to a lower level. Only Monday through Friday am I doing exercise, and I'm still doing everyday vlogs. And if I do a transition update like I plan on starting doing them every week, which is just the transition update all day on Saturday, I can also probably, tell about my day a little bit on that Saturday too. But I want to stick to the transition update. And this is going to be a really long transition update, by the way. Needless to say, I am feeling much better. My friend Jason came. He came from Northern California. He came down not to visit us, but because his grandfather died. And it's really hard because I was good friends with his grandparents. Well, not really good friends, but I knew them. And I used to love going over to their house because they had this gorgeous pool. I mean, this is when I was a kid, when we didn't have a pool or anything. We used to actually go to my mom's worked to go swimming because she worked at a country club. So then on Saturdays or something like that, we could go swimming. And that was pretty awesome. Or no, I think it was actually during the week. It was like on Mondays or something. It was pretty cool. Either way, because it had these really deep, like 16-foot deep, and then this really tall diving board. It was really cool. But getting back to my friend Jason, he's the one that complained about me walking in circles a little bit too much, because it got him a little bit dizzy. Other than that, he's also one that brought up a little bit about my voice and how I'm talking differently with people that I've known for a really long time, and I'll talk on these vlogs different than that. But I know that there's a difference because I feel it, because I talk out of the roof of my mouth, the roof of my mouth. I talk like that whenever I'm on camera. But I tend to go low, kind of like, lower. And I can even go lower than that, but I tend to just go much lower when I have like a seated type speech pattern with people that I know and have been talking to all my life. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it so it's all talking in the higher range. So I'm going to start doing that. That's one thing that someone else caught. So that's a good thing. Honestly, if you watched any of my daily vlogs in the last year, then you've seen, and that's weird to say, by the way, it has been over a year, and which is pretty insane and awesome. But you've probably noticed that my voice sinks lower when I'm talking to Justin. And I've been trying to fix it. It's so hard to do because you get stuck in this, like I was saying, a speech pattern. So I'm going to try to break that. I'm trying to break that mold. So I'm going to do that. Also, during the time of my friend Jason coming to Southern California and my brother coming to California, because they all came at once, my brother's friends, a lot of his friends, came over as well, and they didn't really, or they probably knew that I was trans a little bit just from Facebook. They were wondering, who's that person or whatever. I was friended with them, or they just never said anything. But a few of them stepped up and they stepped forward and they told me, how they thought I was brave for being myself and stuff like that. So kudos to you guys, and you guys are awesome. And thank you so much. Alright, I need to go. I know that I feel like that I've left this sort of unfinished. And maybe I'll do a little bit more. I'll do a little bit more of it next week, because I'm sure there's a lot I really need to talk about. But next week I'll continue on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and my my year video I'm working on, and I got all the videos set up for it. Now I need to do the editing. So I'm just going to edit and cut parts in there. Of course, I'm going to have Mia in there and the other kitties. And yeah, it's going to be cool. So I'm going to do like a really beginning, which has footage from my pre 1 year stuff. So look forward to seeing a little bit of that if you haven't actually looked into my past years before this 1 year thing. So I'm going to have some of that in there, and then I'm going to have a middle and then end. So I hope you guys have a really good night. It's really late here anyways, and I hope to see you tomorrow.